Hey folks, it's Tuesday, January 28th. I'm missing my better half today. She's got the flu. So whatever I had, I must have passed it on. Anyway, I'm over here. I'm going to tend to some minor details on this central load-bearing wall. First of which, I'm going to actually permanently affix those outlets, so we can at least use electrical on this side of the house in this room. I had wanted to replace this board running lengthwise. I wanted to take that out, trim those verticals so that they're level, and then stick a board in there, a 2x10, but it's actually, that gap is too big for a 2x10, so I'm gonna have to get a 2x12. But so that's gonna have to wait for the weekend. But anyway, off I go. This wood actually looks pretty solid. It's not rotted out or anything, it just looks terrible. I mean, it's surface, I guess. Oh well, it needs to go. So, it's going. Okay, that's outlet numero uno. Let's see what happens. Aha! Excellent. Dose. Perfect. Good deal. Okay, so for the first time in, well, 4 or 5 months now, we have functioning electrical outlets in our living room. And it's kind of a big deal because now I can get rid of this obnoxious extension cord that I've strung up, and we'll put it to use somewhere else. It's Friday evening, January 31st, and look, my better half is better. So she's back to the house. We're gonna put our string lights underneath the living room joist and try to get the tarp up underneath it tonight. It is pouring outside, but it's pretty bone dry in here, so we're pretty happy with that. So here we go. back in the kitchen. This is the opening for our fridge cutout, little enclosure or whatever. And they've got this board here. It's not really doing anything. It's just kind of floating. I think it was like a nailer or something for drywall. But anyway, there's a 4x4 post behind there, and it's not really touching it. So I figure I'm gonna take this old board off and then cut and fit a 2x6 so it bears that top part of the opening and goes down to the sill plate. Maybe I should just try it first. Oh look, it's not even fucking attached, see? There. That big old burly board. Barely hanging on. Oh my god. All this fucking drama. Ooh,
oh, but hold on. We gotta get the vacuum. We just did all that cleaning. Here, give me that. Get that out of here. Oh, money, that's gonna be.
yeah, so I thought that was a 4x4, but it's not. It's bullshit is what it is. It's just two pieces of wood stacked together. Oh well, I guess it's better that we put something to bridge that and nail it together all we can. It's Saturday, February 1st, and this weekend's all about walls. We got the stud wall put in over on the uphill wall there last weekend, I think. And then this weekend, first of all, this room is not square at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a strip of subfloor along this rim joist and across the top, and that'll leave a square area for me to finish out the subfloor during the week. But this is our problem, and one that we fixed last weekend. But this is a good example of why we're putting a stud wall in. The bottom two courses of old sawmill lumber or barnwood or whatever that was, it was totally rotted, so we had to remove it, and that was months ago. And so we've had these temporary wall braces up, but I don't know if you can see, this whole wall is just it's just supported by the post and a couple of 2x4s. Now I've taken out a couple of the temporary braces already, so I need to get the subfloor in so I can lay in the bottom plate and get the stud wall in. So that's what we're doing. All about walls. All right, the old house strikes again. So this is what we got going on now. I've gotten my subfloor strips laid in, so now there's actually a squared off area for full deck boards. I started my bottom plate and my top plate. So I was hoping for a rinse and repeat of this wall, but it's not. The rim joist. It's recessed further back. So if I were to put a 2x4 bottom plate in there up against the rim joist, the bottom corner of the first stud and the rest of the studs was hanging off. So I had to rip down 2x6s to fill up that gap. So now when the studs are plumb, they'll be flush with the front of the top and bottom plates. Just more work, and it's something that we didn't plan on, but we should be used to that by now. Anyway, I'm having to do it in sections. I've got a lap down there, lap up there. I was just really worried about this wall just being real floppy. So once I get the rest of the studs to fill this bay here, we'll lay in the next piece of subfloor. I can take that brace off, that wall brace off, lay in the subfloor, put in the top plate, and continue the wall to the door. Okay, back at the burrow. I'm working on our stud wall. It's Sunday morning. I didn't get quite as far as I wanted to last night, but whatever. So our house came with these little bitty windows. They're extremely small. They don't let in a whole lot of light. Like the glass opening is 17 inches. I got some bigger ones, 36 by 54 windows. They're gonna be quite a bit larger. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing the kings and jacks and the faux header, I guess. This house is weird because the exterior wall is solid wood. This crisscross construction. So I'm not sure if the window framing works the same as a regular stud home construction. There's really not a whole lot of literature out for this type of house that we got. So I'm gonna go by, I guess, best practices on the stud wall, even though they may not even come into play. Maybe you'll just cut the hole and like they did over there in that corner or on that side, and then set the window in it. But at any rate, I'm gonna create a window frame on the inside, and then when we go to install the windows, when the sheathing and siding gets redone, we'll have that, and I don't have to create it from the outside. So I guess, yeah, I got my first king stud over here, and then the jack's cut, and then I'm gonna go over to that side and do the same. Yeah, it's gonna be a little funky, but what else is not funky at this place? All right, folks, there's our street side wall with studs. I do need some blocking to go in there between the zip sheathing, notched over the rim joist, and screwed into the stud like I did over on this side. But yeah, this wall is not floppy anymore. Basically did a rinse and repeat of this wall with blocks and the structural screws. But yeah, it's pretty solid. Framed out for the larger window. So really now all we have to do from the outside is just cut these ends, these plank ends that are inside here, so they're flush with the jack stud. And same on this side. Just cut from the outside and remove all that barnwood stuff. But yeah, that's for a 36 by 54 window. And I offset it this way because it was already cut open. So if I went over here, that direction, we'd have an even larger opening for water and whatnot to get through. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. This room's got a hellacious sag in it. I don't know what's up with it or what, and we're gonna lose some headroom because of it. But that seam, and I've tried putting a jack to it and lifting, but I'm worried that it'll take the top plate or the original top plate off the wall and do funky stuff with the roof system. So I'm not gonna dink around with that too much. So yeah, we're getting closer. We'll have electrical in this soon. Probably start it tomorrow. I still need 3 more Huber boards for the subfloor to finish this room. I have 2, but we need 3 more. Just the way it maths out. But yeah, pretty excited. I'm pretty excited. Once that subfloor is in, I'll be able to break open this wall. It's just a piece of drywall right now. I'll break this open and we'll start demolition on the other room. Unless something else blows up, but we'll see. Anyway, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna go home and we're gonna relax.